My name is Sinead Moran and I farm here at Glambree farm with my partner Michael McGrath. We're based in East Mayo. We manage about 40 acres, 27 of which is our own and the rest is rented in. This is our first year and we're a micro dairy. So we milk cows and we sell raw milk direct from the farm, and we also run chickens as well. The farm here was never farmed intensely. So we started from a really good base, I suppose, when it comes to farming with nature. So we have a very species-rich grassland, we have nice thick hedgerows, we have mature trees, and when we took over the land, our intention, I think, from the start was to try and find a way that we could farm that would conserve that and protect it. So we've just kind of tried to, each year, figure out a way that we could farm both for nature as well as finding a way that would actually provide us with a sustainable living to allow us to stay on the farm and farm for nature as well. Thanks, ladies. So we're an organic farm. We, from the start, have done things from mob grazing, planned grazing, adaptive grazing. There's loads of different terms, but basically the aim is to try and find a balance between feeding livestock and producing food and ensuring that the whole time we work with nature. And I suppose just to remind ourselves that we're not trying to manage it, we're trying to just manage what we do to allow it to, I suppose, be itself.
This is the Glambree. This is the field that the farm is named after. It's about maybe 3 acres. We're on what, 5th generation here now at this stage, maybe 6. And back in them days everybody had a house cow, and what they found when they'd used the house cow and they'd used the milk to make butter and stuff like that was that the butter that they'd make when the cow would be grazing on this field, it'd be really golden yellow like.
The reason I think that we get that really golden butter and that really thick cream line is partly because of the cows that we use and the traditional breeds, but also what they eat. And that's just kind of some of the diversity in our field. So we have everything here from self-heal to clovers to daisies, buttercups, and lots of different grasses. And as I said before, like, I think if there's anything that anyone can do to farm better for nature is definitely to include more diversity, whether that's in their sward or in how they farm and in the animals that they use. A few of the cows, so we have chosen to go with shorthorns. It's a shorthorn wild cross because they're traditional breeds and they really do well on kind of the diversity within the pasture that we have here. And they thrive on that kind of grass-based system because we try to run a closed loop system, so kind of we take a circular economy approach to it, so we don't want to be bringing in external inputs. So everything here is 100% grass-fed, and these girls seem to do really well on it. This is actually our most species-rich of all the fields, and it's a meadow at this time of year. And the cows, this is actually their second graze here, and we're moving them now today, and you can see the amount of grass and wildflower that's left. So again, it's finding that balance between ensuring that the cows get enough to eat and also ensuring that we leave enough of wildflowers and that behind for pollinators and biodiversity. So this place is always kind of alive with butterflies and everything else that you can find. From the very start, we always wanted to kind of run a very open farm. So we do a lot of social media that's fun, and we try to kind of share a little bit of a message about kind of what we're trying to do. But we are trying to work with environmental groups as well to kind of bring, say, young climate activists and stuff like that out to the farm so that they can kind of spend a weekend here and we can talk about food and climate change and food and agriculture and how we can kind of, I suppose, find the common ground. I think often as with being a farmer and an environmentalist, it sounds like it's an inherent clash, but it's not necessarily. It's just finding the balance between both, and there's so much common ground between what farmers are doing on the ground and what environmentalists would like to see done on the ground. And I suppose it's just trying to find ways to communicate that message on both sides of what we can do as farmers and as environmentalists. We do have to trust that farmers can do it as well, and trust farmers' knowledge to farm kind of better and to farm with nature as well.